Good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 22. Right now I'm watching Carly Steele's vlog channel. Plugged in the Christmas tree, took my pills, ate something, and I also lit 2 candles. This is the candle we got yesterday in Vlogmas Day 21. But yeah, it's super pretty, and it burns really slowly, which I like. And also the scent fills the room within minutes, which is awesome. But you guys saw in yesterday's vlog, we got this for dinner, queso chicken mac and cheese. Obviously it has carbs, fat, and protein. This was so good. It came with 2 trays, so we had one last night, and we have another tray for dinner a different night, but we got this at Sam's Club. So if you're looking for a good dinner and you have a Sam's Club near you, I recommend this stuff. And I actually just had what was left of the first tray. Just now for lunch, I just added a little bit of shredded cheese. It was so good. There wasn't very much left, but I thought I would finish it off just so we don't have an almost empty tray of mac and cheese sitting in the microwave. But yeah, it was really good. Also, last night, Beebs got these donuts. I'm not really sure where he got them from. I believe it was Smith's. But yeah, they came with like these. I don't know what these are called. There was 4 of these. I ate 1. Obviously 2 chocolate covered, a fritter. There was 2 maple donuts and a chocolate bar donut. So these were really good. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned, but I do have my mom's recipe box that I took when she passed away. This thing is chocked full of recipes that she pulled offline. Some were family recipes, some were recipes she came up with, and there's a few recipes for dessert that I want to make. Sugar cookies. This was inspired by last night I went to my sister's and Nate had made some sugar cookies. I have to turn this down because I don't want to talk over it, and I don't want to get copyrighted for her video being in my video. Anyway, like I was saying about the recipes, Nate made some sugar cookies homemade last night, and I had a few of them. They were so good, so I want to make some. We have Grandma Jones toffee. These are all in my mom's handwriting, which is awesome. Gorilla Poops, which are like no-bake cookies. Some of them do have writing on the backside. And then Grandma Francis caramel popcorn. So these are just a few ideas for like after dinner recipes that I want to make. So I'm going to keep these 4 out, and then we just keep the recipe box itself in the cupboard. So it actually just goes up here. I also redid this yesterday. This is like our snack cupboard. I put everything in baggies because I think the packaging is just too much. Breakfast essentials. I drink these in the morning. These were limited edition Oreos. We have bread. This is a Skittles mini gingerbread house that Beebs and I want to make together. So if you guys want a video on that, let me know. And then down here we have marshmallows for hot chocolate. We have some Nature Valley, just like regular granola bars, and then the like strawberry wafers, which I actually haven't tried yet, so I'm excited for that. These nut clusters, Star Crunch like cookies. Beebs loves jalapeno Cheetos. We have white fudge dipped Oreos, gingerbread pretzels, homemade peanut butter cookies. These are like honeygrams with sea salt. And then in here are Cadbury Snowballs and peanut butter M&Ms, both in Christmas colors. Obviously we have bread and tortillas, and then like mashed potatoes. So I just organized all of this yesterday. So I've already done my like reptile chores for the day. You guys see that a lot, so I did not film it this morning. But I think now I'm going to organize my little shelf It's getting crowded and I want it to look better, so I'm gonna organize that. So I'm actually gonna start with taking everything off, and then I'll reorganize as I put stuff back on. But I am gonna open the window because it's really, really dark in here and I want some good lighting. So I start by opening the blinds, and then I put the blinds themselves all the way up. As you can see, I moved some stuff that was on my dresser to the windowsill. That's not a permanent place for it, but for now, that is where it's sitting, because you guys know I put all of my stuffies on my dresser. You guys have seen all of this stuff before because, like I said, it was on my dresser, but I have Grandpa Whitney, my great-grandma, high school diploma, the Christus, and then this cute pig on a Christmas tree, like a pig angel. And that actually belonged to my mom. We have a bunch of my mom's decorations around this place as well. You guys are balanced on a stack of Care Bears right now. So I'm going to start, like I said, by taking everything off of the shelf. I think for now I'm going to leave the top of it how it is. But I have, like, this jewelry box was from my dad. He gave me a really special necklace, and it came in this box, so I'm obviously keeping that. This egg was my mom's. I think this is Desert Jasper. I love little bottles, so I have like a bunch of little bottles. Last thing on the bottom is this little music box, jewelry box with a quote about granddaughters that my grandma gave me. So I'm obviously keeping that. It's a little bit broken, but I will keep it forever. So I'm going to remove that, and I'm just setting everything on my dresser. Then I'm going to work my way upwards. So I actually put this treasure chest that was my mom's back on the bottom shelf. And I put all of the hand creams and like beauty items like my pheromone oil in there. So that's going to stay there. And then this is what I went with on the second shelf. I have a little porcelain or ceramic ballerina. This is a lip mask that Beebs got me. Families Are Forever. And then this little reindeer candy jar that was my mom's, I filled with the peanut butter M&Ms and the Cadbury snowballs. As far as all of this stuff, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I kind of want to redo the top shelf, but I wanted to show you guys I had my completed sticker scenes that I did. My sister got me these off of Amazon. If you're looking for a good craft, I recommend these. They're very tedious, but they are so cute. Okay, moving into the bathroom. These are the 3 little jewelry boxes I pulled off of the shelf. I'm going to find a place for these in here. This one just has like an old watch band in it. This one is empty. And this one I keep all of my replacement like rubber pieces for my earbuds. I want to get like a cute little corner shelf to put somewhere in the bathroom. Maybe like one that would sit right below the towel rack. But I want one just to put like different stuff in, like extra soap, extra toothpaste, like for when guests are over or whatever. But unfortunately right now we don't have one of those, so I need to be creative in finding a spot for those 3. So I moved my ring holder that was up here down into this drawer. So that is put away, and now I have space up here for other stuff. Also, side note, I really need to wipe these down because they are fucking gross. So this is sort of what I went with. I already had this little pig guy in here, and I think he's cute. So I just sat him on top of that jewelry box, and then I actually moved my lotion over there with the other lotion we have. So yeah, that is going to be how it's going to stay for now because there's not really much else, like much other space to work with. I think now I'm going to reorganize this drawer. As you can see, it's a fucking mess. I have like pads, tampons, ovulation and pregnancy tests, this whole bag of tissue packs that my grandma gave me, on-the-go bag of pads, dry shampoo, like wraps from when I had my self-harm incident, a loose pregnancy test. These are pads that I got when I was in the hospital, I believe when I had my heart attack. So yeah, I'm gonna go through and organize this and I will bring you with me. Okay, I think we're gonna start with finding a place outside of the packaging to put the pads and tampons. By the way, if you're curious, I use the Always Radiant Flex Foam pads. These are size 3. You get the size depending on how heavy your flow is. So I use those, and I use the Tampax Radiant tampons. So those are my 2 favorites. Like I said, I have pregnancy and ovulation tests. So in here you get 2 different pregnancy tests, one digital, one regular. And then you have the ovulation test stick and the test strips themselves. And I believe there's 30 of them in here. So these are always nice to have if you're pregnant, trying to get pregnant, trying to track ovulation, anything like that. So I took all of the tissue packs out of the bag. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these, but we'll deal with that in a second. Now I'm just going to go through and take everything out. I think I'm just going to throw all of this away because most of those are hospital pads, which I'm never going to use. Obviously, I'll keep those for emergencies, but yeah, and then the tampons I don't use hardly at all. So these can go in our very full garbage can that needs to be taken out. There's like a couple of loose pads in the bottom and loose tampons, so I'm just gonna grab those and put them back in the box for now. Empty makeup remover packaging, more of the Up and Up makeup removers. I can't use these actually because they burn my skin, but I have them just in case. Maybe I'll see if Haley or somebody wants them. Like I said, a lot of spare tampons in the bottom, ace bandage, gauze, sponges, dry shampoo, more wraps, conforming stretch, gauze bandages. We have the Curad non-adherent pad. These just sit on top of your wound before the wrap goes on to protect the wrap from sticking to it, obviously. Empty gauze package. I have an old bottle of my old medication. This is the Vraylar. I don't take this anymore, so this can go to the pharmacy to be recycled. So I have 2 random things that I don't know how they ended up in this drawer. This cute little thick flocked choker with the buckle. My sister actually gave me this one, so that's super cute. And then I have this little pouch, which like I said should be with my purses, but somehow it ended up in here. Last thing in the drawer is hospital pads. So now I have a mess on the counter, and I'm going to take that mess and reorganize it all back in the drawer it came out of. So I actually moved this little black basket out here for the scissors and the lighters that we use for the candle, but I actually need it for the bathroom, so I'll find a different place for those. So I'm going to move this into the drawer I'm organizing. I'm actually just going to slide it up in the front. So I just decided to put the tissues in there like that. And then as for all of this shit, I have no idea how I'm going to fit it all in here. So I actually took a drawer from my little pink nightstand, drawer set that I have in the bedroom that I wasn't using. And I'm going to organize all of the pads and tampons out of their boxes into that one. Okay, so tampons and pads are in this one. The tampons and the pads that I use are in this one. I had a pretty even amount of both. So I did pads on one side, tampons on the other. There's different sizes of tampons for different flows. And I just tucked the hospital pads over there. So I actually ended up taking a second drawer from the drawer set and putting it in here because I need organization options. So I put it like that. That's how I formatted it. And obviously I can get rid of all of that packaging. So now I'm going to organize what's left. So this is the final result. I stuck the dry shampoo over here. Luckily this drawer is tall enough for it to stand up. And then I put the ovulation, the pregnancy test, and the ovulation stick in there. And then I put all the medical stuff in the back. And then I just threw the hospital pads on top. So that drawer is done. I feel a lot better about it. Now I'm going to get rid of all this empty packaging and put that with my purse, featuring my special guest, Indie Girl. So this can go in one of my purses. I don't really have a specific purse for it to sit in. I moved all my purses to this cardboard box. Don't mind the messy closet. I have to take care of that. For now, I'm just going to throw that in there. Indie, Ruby. As far as the medication I don't need, I'm going to put it up here with all of the rest of our medications. Now it's time to clean up this mess. So I'm actually just going to grab a small grocery bag. We hold on to our grocery bags just in case. We don't hold on to absolutely all of them because then we'd have a surplus, but luckily I have a few. So luckily all of the empty packaging fit in one bag. So I'm just going to set this on top of the trash can and it will go out with valet trash. So I feel so much better about my side of things. The only thing that really needs to be organized is all of my hair appliances, but I also do want to do this top drawer while I'm at it. But first, bathroom break. So I took everything out. This is pretty much all that was in there. This thing is absolutely disgusting, but I will never get rid of it because it was my mom's. It was actually in her lash studio. And if you know anything about me, you should know that I love zebras and pink. So I'm obviously keeping that. But this is the stuff I pulled out. This can go with the medications. I had a couple tongue rings. This is full of jewelry, which I don't know if I'm gonna use this for that anymore. But yeah, and then piercing bump solution, this little Dashing Diva curing light that my sister gave me. And obviously the makeup remover. So I moved all of the loose jewelry out of the plastic container into this jewelry box because in my opinion, what's the point of keeping an empty jewelry box? So I'm going to shut that and put it back where it was. If I can not be reckless, put everything back where it was. So I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do this, but this is just what I have so far. Obviously, as I get more bathroom stuff, it will fill up. But I moved the acrylic container over there. And I'm actually going to move our nail clippers and tweezers into here as well. And I've actually changed my mind yet again. I'm going to put all of these jewelry boxes in the first drawer just because I'm not really liking them on the counter. I feel like it looks too cluttery. So I'm just going to keep those as well as this cute little choker in there. And I think that looks good because it fills up the empty space. So now both of the top drawers are organized and I just need to do this drawer. There's a dildo right there, don't look at that. So yeah, I need to do this one as well. So I put all of the adult stuff over there for now. I'm gonna focus on the hair appliances in here. I have a random camera charger, even though someone stole my camera. So I actually have 2 blow dryers. I don't know why, you don't need to. I have this one with a retractable cord. I actually like this one better than the Hot Tools one. I got the Hot Tools one when I was in beauty school, but I literally never, ever use it. So I think I'm gonna keep this one and get rid of the other one. But this one, you just push a little button and it retracts the cord. I don't know if it's supposed to go all the way, but I think that's a lot more convenient than having a tangled up cord in the drawer. And as far as the Hot Tools one, like I said, I never use it. You guys are gonna be like, you're throwing away a perfectly good blow dryer. This is probably the worst blow dryer I've ever used. So say bye-bye, its new home is in the trash can. I actually forgot I have another little ring container. This was actually a reptile food bowl, but I rinsed it out. So yeah, now the blow dryer is done. I also have 2 straighteners, which I'm not going to get rid of either of them, and a heating pad. So for everything, I just wrapped them up nicely, and I'm going to put them back in the drawer. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but we'll figure it out. Also, Beeb should be home any minute, so hopefully I can get this done before he gets home. Okay, so this is what I went with. I took the last drawer out of my nightstand and put it in here for my straighteners, blow dryers there, heat pads there. I'm actually going to get rid of the frame for the nightstand because it's just gross, and eventually we're going to get actual nightstands. So, bathroom organization complete. Now I have to find a place for the X-rated stuff. And this camera charger, until I figure out what to do with it, is going in the junk drawer. Everyone has a junk drawer in their kitchen. If you don't, you're lying. I'm gonna open this door for these dogs so they have something to do besides get into everything. Ruby's being chill, so I'm not worried about her. So adult stuff, just put in the middle cupboard of Beebs' dresser. Oh, I'm out of breath. That took a lot of effort. But my side of the bathroom is organized, which needed to happen for a long time. Probably like literally since we moved in. And we've been here since May. Last step, spray Febreze. I already refilled the baskets for the toilet paper. We keep spare toilet paper in here just in case. So yeah, that way the bathroom is nice and clean for when Beebs takes a shower. I'm gonna replace that towel. Holy shit, a majority of this video has been me organizing, but that's fine. I feel like it's new content. So I'm gonna grab a towel from the linen closet, and I'm also gonna grab 2 wash rags. So we usually just hang our towels like this. So just like fold it in half long ways and replace the towel. One for Beebs, one for me. Usually I use both of them eventually, one for my hair, one for my body. And then the wash rags, I'm probably gonna find a place for as well. I want 2 wash rags in here just in case. So I'm gonna find a place for these now. So I just put the 2 wash rags underneath the toilet paper. And now the only thing in the bathroom that I need to do is take out the garbage, which I'm not gonna do that right now because I feel like I've done enough in the bathroom. I'll ask Beebs if he can do it. Yeah, that's pretty much all the organizing that I needed to do for today. Now I'm gonna bring out the frame for the pink drawers and tell Beebs that that needs to go out to the dumpster. And then, like I said, eventually we're gonna get new nightstands, so it doesn't really matter. As you can see, it's destroyed because I had this when I lived in Idaho when I was super, super depressed and didn't care about anything. So if Indy would move out of my way, take this out, put it by the garbage can so it can go out next time we go downstairs. And then as for my night table, I'm just gonna use this black one until we get nightstands. So this is everything that I took out of the drawers. I'm obviously going to reorganize like all the makeup and stuff. Then all the stuff over there, I'm just going to take and find a place for. But for now, that's what it's looking like. So you guys saw in one of the first days of Vlogmas this book that I'm starting in the new year. I have inspirational quote book. So those I'm gonna find out what to do with. I keep all of my like birthday cards and stuff. This just has important phone numbers on it, but yeah. I have a ticket for Lilo and Stitch, the new one. This came with my birthday gift from Rochelle. That stuff I'll figure out. And then most of this is makeup and beauty. So as you can see, we have too many sets of earbuds. So I'm going to figure out what to do with these as well. So for now, I'm actually just going to throw them on the top shelf. Okay, so now it's down to just makeup and books and then all of that stuff. So I'm going to do that. 3, 2, 1, shablam. Ta-da! All clean. Okay, so that was it for Vlogmas Day 22. Hope you guys enjoyed this productive morning with me, afternoon with me. Obviously, I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope this gave you something to listen to while you were doing your chores or eating breakfast or lunch. But like I always say, don't forget to always express what you're thankful for. Drink your water, take your meds, and if your posture's bad, fix it. And until tomorrow, I will see you guys later. Bye. Mwah.